Be who you are. Be who you are that you know that God has called you to be. Be who you are when you have dreamed about the possible life that you feel is for you, that can be fulfilled. Be who you are in believing for a breakthrough. Be who you are believing, having the faith that God can do anything but fail. Know that you are being looked after. Know that you are being well watched and protected. And know who holds the key. If you trust and believe that everything is going to be all right, you will have a clearer vision, a clearer outlook, a clearer understanding, a well-lit path on how to move forward. Being stuck in a world that's already filled of a lot of heartache, negativity, being in a world where you find that it is sometimes easier to be the negative person, to join in along, to not speak up, to be silent, to go along with the flow. Even if you think, oh, just this one time, it'd be okay for me to join in and say something negative about somebody. Just that one time can be the start of continuous negativity. When you start to let in improper thoughts and do not cast them down, or do not have power and reign over those thoughts, like you have to take authority. You have to know you are out here doing battle day by day. You have to speak and bind and cast out. Because we don't live in a world that's filled of okay, or going along and thinking like, okay, if we just go along, it will be okay. No, going along can be that door opening, that ear gate, especially when you know something is wrong. Be the light on your job. Don't let that darkness change you. Be the light that goes home and prays about it. Be the light to know that, okay, just because this family member is acting off at this very moment, been acting off in the past, saying things sometimes that don't make no sense, that you have no understanding of, accusing you of things that you need to be asking for forgiveness that you don't even really believe that even happened. And if it did happen, why they just not bringing it up 20, 30 years later? Be the light of your life, to be an example, to know how to let go, that you don't always have to be the one that's always bringing up the negativity. You don't have to be the one that's always accepting the negativity that some people want to bring on you. Don't you know sometimes people intentionally want to break your spirit down? Yes, people like that really do exist. I know you know that. Don't you know that people intentionally want to see you fail? Want to see you in tears, want to see you stressed out, pulling your hair out, not eating properly, not even having an appetite of some sort, having your stomach all in knots, having your nervous system going all jittery, not even knowing like, okay, now who is this person today? I knew the person. Now I'm talking about you. Who are you today? Let this be your day, your moment where you're like, wait a minute, I'm on the road to be a better version. I'm on the road to keep being a better version of myself. Don't you know restoration is here? We are in a season of restoration, a season of, okay, I forgive. Not only just, whoever, them persons, them, they, over there, them people, right there in front. Okay, them people from however many years ago. Whether it's family, a past co-worker, the person at the store, the gas station, the restaurant, a person who you might see in passing every now and again on that walkway exercise trail, or the person at the gym, the person at church. We are in a season, but you know what? We really have to start with ourselves. Like, how can we better ourselves to not be stuck and hanging on and doing the same old repeat? Don't you know we are examples? We have ones that are looking at us. Do you care? Because it's always something to pass down to another generation. Because in this life, it's not always easy to just get over things. You got to have some tools to work with. You got to be invested in yourself to know that it's okay to meditate. It's okay to read a scripture. It's okay to chew on the word, to have that time set aside one-on-one, to be good to yourself, to invest in healthy thoughts, to replace the negativity. Because a life filled with steady access to that wasn't a positive thought, or that needs to be corrected, or dealing with this person. Because in a word, I'm going to tell y'all, it can be a lonely place. As soon as somebody offends you, when something can be resolved and you're like, okay, I'm done with them, I'm going to cut them off. People, you got to be careful how quick you cutting people off. And you got to really rethink some of this. Did they really deserve that from me? Or did I really deserve that from them? You got to put these situations in categories and really figure out what is best for you. Be aware of those hows of thoughts and how they can affect you moving forward in life. Because if you've had thoughts, let's say from the 20s on up, you know how much time, how many minutes, how many weeks, hours, by the day, 365 days in a year. Then to go into another year, in another year, it's breaking you down. Start with yourself to be the change. Because not everybody is going to give you an apology. Not everybody's going to say sorry. But to keep carrying something and pondering something, it will only break you down. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it to love yourself? Is it worth it to have self-care? Is it okay to move on with life? Yes, 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 and more yeses. Because you got a life to live. Let your life shine. Be you in doing so. I know sometimes it's said you gotta get rid of that old man and become like this new person. Sometimes we need to go back to who that person was, who that lady was, who that woman was at that time, and regain some of that and bring some of this with it and put it back together. Broken pieces are not always meant forever. Broken pieces is a time of restoration. You can't be restored. You can be restored. All things are possible. Trust and believe.